The Bold and the Beautiful's R.J. Forrester erased from Luna's story. Is B&B right to ignore former flame? The Bold and the Beautiful B&B spoilers reveal that R.J. Forrester, Joshua Hoffman, has been erased from Luna Nozawa's Lisa Yamada story, so is B&B right to ignore her former flame? On social media, fans have been talking about the show's decision to ignore Luna's past with R.J. and focus on her obsession with Will Spencer Krumaro instead. In fact, B&B went as far as replacing R.J. with Will in a photoshopped pic for one of the hit pieces online. They made it look like Luna's head was on Will's shoulder instead of R.J.'s in a breaking news article about Luna being killed. That article posed the question of whether Luna's demise had something to do with the Forrester family. It would have made sense to highlight Luna's connection to an actual Forrester since she dated one. That said, we get why the show would want to shift attention to Luna's obsession with Will since it's the reason she broke out of prison. Plus, Will is the one who's still airing, unlike R.J. who disappeared from the canvas. It's not like R.J. was very well liked when he was around, so it's understandable in some ways that the show's ignoring him. R.J. and Luna's relationship was awfully forgettable as well since they got together when she was still a dull sweetheart. Luna's true colors didn't emerge until later, so her history with R.J. perhaps isn't worth revisiting. In other words, it's silly to snub Luna and R.J.'s link when there's a major Forrester scandal going on, but there are also good reasons to do so. Not many viewers seem to miss having R.J. on screen, so maybe we should give B&B a pass on this one. As for what's ahead, the Forresters will take the advice of their new PR team and try to change the narrative. It's important to play up their hot fashions and get people talking about those instead of Luna. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say hope for the future could play a huge role in steering the media in a fresh direction, so stay tuned for updates on her line. CDL will have all the scorching Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, news and updates you need, so stop by regularly for more info. The Bold and the Beautiful's R.J. Forrester erased from Luna's story. Is B&B right to ignore former flame? In the world of the Bold and the Beautiful, romances often burn bright and fast, leaving behind ashes, or occasionally a phoenix waiting to rise again. Yet, when it comes to R.J. Forrester and Luna Nozawa, that once sparkling connection appears to have vanished into thin Los Angeles air. Luna's storyline has shifted so sharply toward Zende Forrester that fans are left blinking, wondering if R.J. was merely a placeholder, a plot device, or worse, an afterthought. When Luna first crashed into R.J.'s orbit, viewers saw a classic B&B setup. The legacy Forrester prince falls for the sweet, stylish, seemingly perfect newcomer with a mysterious past. Their chemistry was instant and believable. R.J. became her guide into the Forrester world, her comfort through family drama, and her cheerleader as she entered the cutthroat fashion scene. For months, they were inseparable, young love glowing brighter than any runway spotlight. Then came the twist. Actually, the twist. Thanks to a spiked drink and a disastrous night, Luna ended up in Zende's bed, kicking off a tornado of heartbreak, betrayal, and guilt. The aftermath reshaped the storyline entirely. Zende, who had been waiting in the wings, was suddenly front and center. R.J., meanwhile, was pushed into the emotional background, present physically, but fading narratively. Now Luna is bonded to Zende through their shared trauma and lingering romantic tension. Suddenly, R.J. is the ex, barely acknowledged, barely referenced, like the writing team hit the delete key on his part of her life. Was this the right call? Let's explore both possibilities. Star why erasing R.J. might make sense. Soap operas thrive on conflict, disruption, and triangle chaos. But triangles only work when all sides have momentum. The moment Luna's accident with Zende happened, R.J.'s relationship with her flatlined. The show needed emotional turbulence, and R.J.'s, good guy, steadiness didn't provide enough fuel. Zende, on the other hand, was eager for love, attention, and recognition within Forrester Creations. His feelings were deeper, louder, and more desperate. Luna wrestling with her desires, her remorse, and her future gave the writers much more dramatic meat than her calm romance with R.J. A Luna-Zende pairing brings moral struggle, family tension, especially with the Forresters. Messy love that keeps viewers guessing. R.J., despite being a Forrester, didn't bring that same storm. Ridge and Brooke's son has always been more of a peacemaker, not exactly the character type that drives soap scandals. Maybe the show felt Luna was evolving into a different kind of heroine, one who thrives amid romantic turmoil. Question mark. But does ignoring RJ hurt the story? RJ was not just Luna's boyfriend, he was her entry point into this entire storyline. Without him, Luna likely never would have joined Forrester Creations, nor been tangled in the drama. Erasing his importance now feels like rewriting history. Fans invested time watching RJ fight for Luna's trust. They rooted for him. They believed this was B&B's fresh young power couple. To see him suddenly sidelined makes the story feel incomplete. RJ isn't just heartbroken, he's being written as irrelevant to Luna's growth. And that's unfair. RJ deserves a voice in Luna's continuing journey. Emotional follow-through. A meaningful future love arc. But right now, he's hanging around like set decor, seen, but not truly used. Crystal ball. What happens next? Soap fans have long memories. The writers might be planning a slow burn rebound storyline. RJ heals and finds his confidence. A new love interest enters the picture. Luna sees him thriving and reconsiders. Zenday's insecurities explode. Boom, fresh triangle 2.0. This could be a setup rather than a dismissal. Or, the show could be fully steering Luna toward Zenday, meaning RJ's role in her romantic life is officially over. If that's the case, viewers deserve closure, real closure, not a quiet fade out. RJ Forrester is a legacy character. It would be a shame if his biggest storyline simply slipped away without impact. Pushpin final verdict. Right or wrong? Right for drama, wrong for storytelling logic. The Bold and the Beautiful knows how to create emotional fireworks, and shifting Luna towards Zenday certainly accomplished that. But in the process, the show weakened RJ's arc and left his fans questioning whether their investment mattered. A good soap doesn't need happy endings, but it does need consistency. RJ may be ignored today, but if soaps have taught us anything, it's this. Greater than former flames are never truly erased. They're simply waiting for the right spark to ignite again. And when that spark hits, this erased love story might just rewrite itself in the boldest and most beautiful way possible.